Good everyone, I'm NSO Blaze, and welcome back to episode number 48 of the Tri-Point podcast with Kinunners and myself.
It's 48.
Yeah,
Yeah,
number 48.
yeah. It's close to 50. It's close to 52.
52, ooh.
Ooh.
Year special, ooh.
Wait.
I haven't figured out what we're doing yet, ooh.
I don't think anybody knows.
I already know what we're doing for the 100th episode. I don't know what we're doing for the 52nd episode. I already started planning for the 100th episode. I've got it started written down in my little notebook. Anyway, that's like another year away yet, but fine. Anyway, what was I doing? Do you have any little things to start off with?
No, I don't.
Yeah, little things. Any little things.
I ain't got no little things.
Well, I guess the first thing I will start off with is a little bit of a channel update.
Oh.
Mainly going over things that we've sort of started doing a little bit back with our routine and everything like that.
Ah.
Yeah, as can be seen, we have filled up basically most of the days on our roster of videos. Wednesday's the only one left. I want to leave it for special videos. I apologize that my Mario video didn't come out at the end of last month. I'm busy.
Everyone's busy.
I'm busy. I've decided that they're going to come out on the last Wednesday of months now. Therefore, it'll pop up on the 26th of this month. It is almost done, kind of. I've got all the footage for it. I need to finish writing the script. I don't want to rush the script. That was one of the main reasons I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So straight as I could. I don't want to rush the script. Then I have to record it and then edit it, of course. It's like halfway through production.
Yeah.
Therefore, yeah, it's going to be
You'll
on
get
the
there.
last Wednesday of the month. From now on. Is how that marathon's going to go. Yeah, I'll figure it out. And then the other Wednesdays can be for special videos as well. It simply keeps videos away from each other. Like, it doesn't, like... It doesn't, like... A problem with putting videos out on the same day is one of them will most likely get lost. Like, for viewership and everything like that. That's why whenever I did have them out on the same days, I tried to, like, put one in the morning and one at night and all that sort of thing. Have, like...
Yeah, had them at different time.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, put it on the same day.
I think that's all I have to say about that. I guess the other update is the second channel will have something eventually. People may have seen that I've renamed it. I think it's got all the old content on there anyway, though. I'm going to have to move that because it doesn't fit with the name anymore. I'll work it out. I'll get there at one point. I'm too busy at the moment. I've got too many appointments this month. I'll get there. Anyway,
it's
moving
fine.
on from that, because, I don't know, is there anything else to talk about with the channel?
No.
Okay. Summer Games Fest was announced again for this year,
Oh, okay.
as it generally happens. June, I believe. June 6th or something like that.
Alright.
Fun. At that point, I guess at that point, we'll be seeing a lot of games with the Switch 2 logo in it as well.
Actually, yeah.
That'll be interesting to see. I
about
wonder
that.
who's going to do a thing at it, or if people are going to do their own presentation like they like to do sometimes, and separate to it. I always like that, like, when like a company's like, we're not part of Summer Games Fest, and they put out a presentation a week after Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you doing it this
You're
close?
right. Like, why not just be part of the Summer Games Fest then?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Why does it matter at that point? Like, oh, speaking of announcements and stuff like that, though, there's a rumor going around that there will be a direct within the next week or two.
Oh, okay.
A different one, specifically for Switch 1.
Okay.
Which, it falls in line. There's been like a direct almost every year on the February, I believe. Like, February direct's a normal
okay.
thing.
I haven't even realised, honestly.
Therefore,
But what has it got to do with...
There's a bit of a room.
What has the Switch one got?
Good question. Maybe it'll be the Xenoblade Chronicles X Direct, specifically. I don't know.
Maybe, but what?
It might be a Metroid Prime 4 Direct.
Oh, it could be.
Because we know that game's coming to the original Switch as well.
Yeah.
I say as well, we don't even know if it's coming to the second Switch.
I'm sure it will.
I highly doubt it won't. It will, like, won't be going to the second, like... I can easily see it being like a launch title or something like that. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
interesting, nonetheless.
So we gotta wait for Switch 1 Direct.
Yeah.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of... it might be a mini or a partner direct.
Oh, could be.
Like, I don't see Nintendo... I see maybe Nintendo having one more thing for the Switch. The original Switch.
But so close to the Switch 2.
Yeah. Like, maybe one
It's
more
odd.
thing other than Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
For the original Switch. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. And then third parties, maybe this is the direct where Hollow Knight Silksong will finally be announced.
Who knows?
Maybe not. Scarlet Nexus for Switch, yes, please. Anyway,
I don't think that'll ever be in existence.
Makes me
Christ.
sad. It would be likely that another Tales remaster is announced there, despite the fact that Grace's F only came out like a week ago.
I mean,
A week
I
or
wouldn't
two
be
ago.
surprised if they're working on multiple of the remasters
Yeah, they're like
at the same time.
pumping them out.
Yeah, they're going quick with it.
They've got a lot to cover. They've got
Yeah,
a
true.
lot to do. I realise now, looking at my board, there's not as much to talk about as I thought. Therefore, I've got more things to talk about over here. What to say next? NSO, Nintendo Switch Online.
Yep, what about
Luckily, I updated to the family plan the other day. Very lucky one.
Oh,
reason.
okay.
Because in some areas of the world, not here yet, they might do though, NSO is getting a price increase.
No. Well, lovely.
Therefore,
Why?
I don't know. Well, why does Netflix
Okay.
need a price increase each year?
Oh, true. True.
Therefore, yeah, I'm glad that I got that, which means we're safe for the next year,
Yeah, we're safe for a while.
essentially.
Until we aren't.
What it sort of makes me think though as well is what else are they generally when they've done NSO price increases in the past, it's when they've added stuff.
Well, okay, so I imagine that NSO will work a very similar way on the Switch too.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Do you
would it
think-
just be a preparation for people switching over?
It- It's quite possible. I was going to bring that up. However, what do you think will be different between NSO on the Switch 1 and the Switch 2? Or do you think... Because
Probably just
they
a
run the
different
risk
UI, I don't know.
of, if they do something very different, it might bring people over to the Switch 2. However, it may as well alienate the Switch 1 users.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a...
that's what I'm saying. They'll probably have like the same sort of system, maybe slightly altered to fit whatever
Yeah.
the Switch 2 needs to fit it for.
The GameCube games exclusive to Switch 2. DS games. That one I could actually see.
That one I could see, yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't see GameCube games happening simply because, like, they can remaster those and sell them for full price and get away with it.
People will buy them.
Although in
Yeah.
saying that, I don't know how much Donkey Kong Country HD, Returns HD, is selling
I
at the
have
moment.
no idea.
I have barely heard anything
I haven't
about
heard anything about it.
it.
But yeah,
I know
don't
that's a Wii game,
maybe...
not the GameCube game, however the point stands.
Close enough. Yeah, maybe they're just like putting them up so they can, I
Yeah.
don't know, match whatever they have going on with the second one.
Yeah, exactly. Therefore,
guess.
yeah, I could definitely see DS games being, because like the difference with a DS game where like the GameCube games you could remaster them, stick them on for full price and
DS
things like
is a
that,
bit
get more money back.
difficult.
With DS games, I mean they could technically do that. They could make a DS collection or something. It's a
Yeah.
little bit strange with the form factor though. Like
Yeah,
The-
it's a bit harder to do.
it's going to be a lot easier to simply have a universal app like the NSO apps that specifically does DS games.
Yeah.
Because of how the DS is laid out. I don't even know how I'd imagine it'd be like the Wii U where you can turn the tablet on its side if you have it in handheld and
That's the only thing I could think of.
have like...
But then you've got a weird rectangle.
If the touchscreen is anything like the Switch's, it's not going to be anywhere near as precise.
True.
Because the
Unless
Wii
they
U and the
don't-
3DS had the stylus with the special... I can't remember what it's called, the type of touchscreen that they have. However,
Yeah.
they're a bit different. They're like a soft touchscreen compared to the hard one on the Switch.
Unless they don't, and they just make you play with buttons.
Yeah, I guess there is a lot of games that use the stylus as the only thing. It's like,
True.
I don't know. I imagine they work it out. And then when in TV mode, it's like a whole nother. Would you use the Joy Cons as like the
To
stylus?
use it
Maybe.
like the Wii U.
Yeah.
You have the screen and then the Switch.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like a
I mean, you
double
could. Imagine. Because like, yeah, with it up on the TV, you'd have to use the Joy Cons as like the stylus, like a Wii remote,
Yeah.
almost. Where the Wii U used the tablet to draw and things like that.
Yeah.
The Wii U had some
Sure.
good features that no one ever talked about.
The
And
Wii
3DS
U's
games.
crying in a corner.
I think there's a lot more 3DS games that they could like bring over without having to use the touch controls.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely a lot
definitely
that,
quite a
that
few.
use the touch
Yeah.
controls. However, the 3DS has more. It has more general games as well
Yeah.
compared to the DS. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe they'll do
Maybe.
Virtual Boy next. Although they kind of missed that opportunity because they literally had a VR mode in the normal Switch, and they could have done Virtual Boy and.
True. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Nintendo, why do you do this? Literally,
Who knows?
I know the Virtual Boy is like a whole thing, and that people don't generally like the Virtual Boy. It's a silly thing. I understand. However, it'd be fun to have some of their games released because some of their games are actually really good on the Virtual Boy. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Virtual
you can
Boy
say that for
Wario-
any console.
yeah, Virtual Boy Wario Land apparently is very very good.
Oh, there you go.
Specifically, why did they not re-release the games on the 3DS?
Dunno.
That console was essentially built to be a Virtual Boy successor.
Almost. And then it wasn't.
And then it was, yeah, then people forgot about the 3D part.
Yep. Honestly,
Uh.
I forget about the 3D part.
I'm like one of the only people who, one of the few people. I guess there's like a group of us out there who are like, yay, 3D.
3D.
3DS. I honestly
literally-
playing Pushmo and that, or Pull Blocks. What's it called in Australia again? Pull Blocks?
I think it's pull blocks.
Yeah, that one. Playing that
Something
with the
like
3D on is a way better experience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I really like that. I don't know. It's fun.
I guess I
Anyway.
don't play many games that use 3D,
Yeah,
really,
yeah, exactly.
in the first place.
And another thing I'd like to see in NSO, at least on the Switch 2, if not bring it over to the Switch 1. I don't know why it's not on the Switch 1. The Nintendo Music app.
It's not on the Switch one?
It's not on the Switch. It's only on the phones.
Huh.
Why?
You'd think they'd have it on the Switch, on their own console.
Yeah, exactly.
They have YouTube on there.
I would like it on there because, like, on my phone, all I have to do is listen to YouTube Music or Spotify
Yeah,
to
literally.
get the exact same thing, basically, almost. Like, you can't get the extended versions. However, like, I mean, unless someone extended them
I
on
mean-
YouTube Music. However, like,
Yeah.
like you can't get the official extended versions.
Just
However, like,
loop them.
even then, if I wanted to listen to that, I'm not gonna. Even though I've got the Nintendo Music app and it's fine, like it's a good music app. It's like any other music app. Like
Literally, yeah. It's just the Nintendo version of every other
it's
music
like
app ever.
all my other music is on YouTube Music. I may as well listen to Nintendo music on YouTube Music.
YouTube Music. Yeah.
Therefore, like having it on the Switch would
Why?
be the best part for me because, like, a lot of the time I like to have something on in the background while I'm editing and all that sort of stuff. However, I can't
Yeah.
have anything too specific that I'm watching because either I will get distracted from editing and watch it, or I will get distracted from it and edit.
Yeah.
And then not keep up with it. Therefore, having like music on my Switch, I know I can put music on my phone and put it on my speakers and stuff like that. Have like, I
That takes
don't want
effort.
to. I want to
Takes a lot
simply have
more
my
effort.
Switch plugged into my TV with my nice surround system. That's not a surround system. I don't know why I said that. My
That's
speaker
half surround
system. It doesn't surround me. It goes on either side of me. It's a 2.1. It's not even 2.1. It's a 2. It's only a 2 channel. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing.
Move it on.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to have my music up on the TV and listen to it while I'm editing. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I know
Makes
I can get
sense.
like Spotify on the Xbox, however, it's not the same. It's just not the same.
It's not the same. It doesn't have my extended music.
Yeah, it doesn't like the best part about Nintendo music, especially like with game music, having that extended music for like while I'm doing editing and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. Like
I feel like extended music is underrated, honestly. No one ever talks about it.
yeah, all I want is when they finally add Engage's soundtrack on Nintendo Music. I want them to make the Somniel theme extended. That's all I need. That's all I need in my life. That is my go-to study/work music. Like
Yeah.
da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why. I like it way too much. That's what I listened to for ages. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get
Engage's
it.
music is great. In general. Not even just the Somniel theme.
Yeah. It is great. Honestly.
Yeah.
There is a problem with... Okay, we're going to have a bit of a rant on Nintendo music here, since like, we didn't have as much to
let's
talk
go.
about. Because I've been using it for a little bit now.
Yeah.
For about, I don't know, like 3 weeks or something like that now. I finally actually signed into it. And like, it's great. As I said, it's like a normal music player. However, like, something that really is jarring to me
Yeah.
is like you can go into, say, you can go find a specific game and then you can look at all the tracks in that game, right?
Yeah.
And then it lays them down in a list or as icons or something like that, like any normal music player. However, it doesn't have a set specific look to the icons. Like some of them are 16 by
Okay.
9, some of them are 4 by 3, some of them are
Oh.
proper squares, some of them are
No. Why?
because a lot of them are screenshots from the games.
Oh. Why would you
And
do
then-
that?
So yeah, a lot of them are screenshots from the games. However, sometimes there's official artwork for some of the icons, and then sometimes it's like
Only sometime. Great.
And honestly, all I want is the option to switch it between screenshots for all of them, between
Yeah.
artwork for all of them, or simply the icon to simply be the title, and that's it.
Yeah.
A nice simple title, even if it's on like a black or a colored background or something like that, like the logo.
Make
That's
it all look coherent,
all I need.
please.
I don't know, like, you scroll through Ocarina of Time, and, like, it's, like, actual playlist look. Actually, I can pull it up right now. Yeah, it's, like, actual playlist look is, like, it's the box art, right?
Yeah.
And then you're scrolling through it, and then you've got some, like, old-looking screenshots of the game.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, top to the Ocarina of Time. It's the N64 box art, which is a rectangle. However, it's in a square at the very least. And then the first track is Title Theme, and it takes up the whole square, and it's like a screenshot of the title, the menu, right? And the next one is House, and some of those ones where they're like little cutscenes, they're like they have
Oh,
black
yeah.
bars above and below them.
Oh my goodness.
Therefore,
Oh
this
my
one is like
goodness.
it's like a rectangle with black bars above and below it in a square.
No.
Same with a Kokiri Forest next to it.
That's
However,
awful.
after that you have Battle and Inside the Deku Tree, which take up the whole box.
Okay.
And it's like, why is it like this? That's all I want to know is, why is it like this?
No,
It feels...
no, I don't know.
It makes it feel like lesser, if that makes sense. Like,
It makes it seem like it's like not as high quality.
yeah, it makes it
guess.
feel a lot cheaper, I guess, is probably the best way.
Yeah, that's
Like, you got Skyward Sword. If you go to its top tracks section, I'm not in the actual thing for itself, however, like, it's got the Wii box art in a square. Like, in the Wii box itself, with the Wii and everything like that in the corner.
okay.
And then the first track is the Ballad of the Goddess, which is, like, one of the best Zelda songs ever.
Yeah.
It's the logo for the game. And then, like, right below that, you've got a moment from Zelda, and it's like a screenshot of a really close-up of Zelda.
Oh my. Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, why? Why not simply have the option to have all screenshots or all this, all that? Like, why does... Not to mention the screenshots... Hi. Some of the screenshots, like, look really low quality.
That's even worse. It's like they didn't try.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I'm like, okay. And then there's other problems with Nintendo Music, like, they don't fully credit people. Which is... I know that's a cultural thing, like, in Japan they don't credit as much as they do anywhere else. Apparently, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD has had problems where they didn't credit any of the original team from Retro.
Oh.
Only the people from the remaster.
Interesting.
Yeah, and literally, the only instance that they even discussed Retro, and they don't even say the name of the company, they said, based on the work of the original developers.
Based on?
That's what I thought. It's only a remaster.
Based on?
Yeah.
It's not a new game.
I'm like, excuse me? Well, apparently, Metro Prime Remastered didn't do a lot of the crediting either.
Did it not? I didn't even realize.
It's very...
Interesting.
It feels like it's wrong, in my opinion. Like, this...
Yeah.
These people should be credited for their work. Like...
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not the game was made 20 years ago or not. Like, they made the game.
Exactly.
Like 24 years ago or something in the case of Metro Prime. 23?
They
I don't even know.
made the game.
Yeah, exactly. They made the game. Oh, golly. Yeah, it's been a whole thing. And in Nintendo Music, they don't really credit a lot of the creators of the music either. Then you got things like, I believe Celestial, like... I guess licensed music. How like Pokemon Violet ends with Celestial by Ed Sheeran? Question mark? Is that right?
I think that's.
Did I get that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that's right.
That seems to be missing as well. Like things like that. And it's like that is part of the game's soundtrack, though.
Kind of understand that one though.
Yeah, I can get it. I get it. However, like it is part of the soundtrack.
That one's a little bit more difficult to acquire.
It is part of the soundtrack.
Can you imagine if someone just like signed up specifically for that licensed music?
Yeah, I guess true. Yeah, that'd be funny. Oh golly, because then like, at what point? I mean, they won't run out yet. They've got lots of games, and they're doing even fun things like the Wii menu music is on Nintendo Music. Like,
that has to be there.
Yeah. Like they've got fun things like that, therefore they won't run out for a while. Like when they do run out, what do they do?
I don't know. Maybe they'll put up like remixes.
Yeah, maybe. They got remixes. I noticed like if you go to say, because you can look up by game on there.
Yeah.
And if you look up Breath of the Wild, it has the Wii U version and the Switch version. And you may be asking, they have different music?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
If you go to the Wii U version, it redirects you to the Switch version.
What?
I'm thinking, why?
Why not just... Just have one.
It's the same as well with the with Skyward Sword HD and everything like that. Like if you go to Skyward Sword HD, it'll redirect you to the Wii version.
Look, I get it. There are some that have, you know, remasters and stuff that do have remastered music, but the ones that don't, what?
Yeah. It's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, all right then. Like,
why have both versions on here in the first place? Like,
exactly.
I don't know. That was odd. I guess it may be for people who like. Maybe someone hasn't played the original Skyward Sword and they only know of the HD version.
But then why not just put them both in the
like
same...
they have to write in Skyward Sword in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not have the pictures for both HD and the Wii in one picture or something as well?
Exactly.
I don't know. I think that's funny.
Like, do they have descriptions? Like, if you go into like a playlist type thing, do they have a description?
I think. A quick check again.
Then just put it in the description.
I think it's funny because I'll search it up. Let's find if I go Breath of the Wild game for Wii U. It says, you have been directed to games that include tracks shared with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Wii U.
Include track shit. What? Okay.
I'm like, okay then, sure.
Why not?
Here's the details. Title: The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Platform: Nintendo Switch. Available on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, well, why not just put, like, both platforms in there? What?
Yeah, why is it platform Nintendo Switch? If they're the same thing, because it redirects me, why not have platform Nintendo Switch / Wii U?
I'm so lost.
There's a bunch of very silly things like that I'm like, why
What's
have
the
you done it
point?
this way?
Do you think they've done that to try and differentiate themselves?
Like
Like, they're like, oh, our music
possibly.
our music app isn't
They
different
could
enough.
they could do a lot more to different. Like, I have a lot of ideas for a music app that. I mean, I don't know why YouTube Music won't listen to me. I have actually made complaints to them before,
Well,
because they're simple things that like ruin the experience in some ways.
Yeah.
Like that could be there. Like, yeah,
Just
I don't
make
know.
stuff
There's a lot of ways
better,
Nintendo could differentiate a music app. As far as I'm
Yep.
concerned, like even little animations and stuff, like that'd be fun.
no, they have to differentiate between the exact same music on different platforms.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like
What?
like when you go into the app, it doesn't look like a Nintendo music app. It looks like a music app with Nintendo music. Like,
Yeah,
it looks like a generic music app for the most part.
yeah. They didn't even Nintendoify it.
Yeah. I don't know. It says Nintendo Music up in the corner.
Oh, wow, so official.
It shows your NSO icon.
Oh, even better.
And like, what I can think of is, I don't understand why this isn't built into the NSO app on the phone. I don't understand why it has to be a separate app, for one thing.
There's
At
a
that
separate
point,
app part? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like, yeah, okay. Sorry.
yeah,
I
why,
just-
why can't it be built in as like an extra, like a thing in the Nintendo app on the phones
That
that
a
is
good
already
question.
there? Like, why do I have to open a separate, like, why do I have to go to the Nintendo Switch Online app? And there's barely anything in the Nintendo Switch Online app anyway. I feel like I could have easily added a music area.
Yeah.
in it. Like, I don't know. It's a whole thing.
It is a thing.
Yeah. It honestly, the big thing that would differentiate it is if they simply put it on the Switch. Like,
Yeah.
because I know there'd be a lot of people like me who are like, well, the Switch is a lot easier to hook up to your speaker system on your TV. Like, it's,
Yeah.
all you have to do is plug it in.
It's
You
way
put
more
your Switch in your
simple,
dock,
yeah.
and like, away you go.
Exactly.
They could do funny things as well though, like, they do it like Spotify and YouTube Music, where the when you go into a song, all it does is display a picture on the background. That's it. With the play and pause. Why not have like little audio waves like that are Nintendo themed or something? Like,
Yeah.
little things. It's, I don't know. It's very odd.
They don't have the little things for some reason.
Ever since the Wii U failed, they don't do little things anymore. I think that the biggest little thing that I've seen them do since the Wii U failed was have Mario running on the eShop for a little bit during Mario's anniversary on the Switch.
Yeah.
Then they got rid
It's
of
the
that as
only
well.
thing I can remember.
It's like, okay, there's not even any music on the eShop.
But they haven't done that for any other anniversary, have they? Like anything else's anniversary.
Not that I can think. They basically forgot about Zelda's anniversary, to be fair.
True.
What did they do? They did Skyward Sword HD and a Zelda Game & Watch. Is that it?
I think, off memory.
I think that's it. Meanwhile,
Something
Mario
like
had
that.
like, Mario had Mario 35. It had the All Stars pack. It had 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. It had the Game & Watch. It had a whole bunch of branding deals. I remember that was a thing. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Mario had everything, and then like Zelda a year later. Here's your 2 to 3 things, guys. Have fun.
Yeah. Poor Zelda.
It's like, but yeah, poor Zelda. Oh gosh. Like, something, a neat idea I had is like, we want music on the background of the Switch because there's nothing. The Switch is boring, like in a lot of ways.
The Switch,
the UI.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it's
I
just like
understand if they do it on the Switch 1 because they want to keep it quick and snappy. However, on the Switch 2, if they have NSO built in to the UI and you can play your different music as the background music.
Oh, that would be so interesting.
There's Switch Online music. That we need, and you can set up maybe like a background music playlist and have it like whenever you go on. And then you could even, if you wanted to, if they want to keep the screenshots and stuff, have your themes be related to the music that's playing.
Yes. Yes. Problem solved.
That'd be really neat. And it would mean you don't have to like open up a whole separate thing simply to play music if you don't want to. Maybe have it like a little...
I find that so strange, having to open up something entirely separate.
Like, you know how you hold down the home button and it'll bring up the little tab on the right on the Switch? Maybe holding down another button will bring up the music tab on the left or something.
Or maybe there'll just be a section for the music stuff in the right tab, I don't know.
Yeah.
Even just that is okay.
Exactly. Like something like that where we can switch our music around. Like have a little music box on it. Like
a little jukebox.
And then I understand like you don't want them downloading songs every single time. Therefore, like better way to do it maybe have, if you are planning on using a song for your background for the Switch, it'll have to be downloaded maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense, I think.
Better. Yeah, it'll keep it quicker than trying to load in music off the internet every single time you'd turn on the Switch.
Yeah.
Therefore, like, maybe it has to be downloaded if it's used for that. Otherwise, you can stream it, the type thing. And while they're at it, with all this NSO stuff that we're talking about, can they literally merge all the NSO apps into one NSO app, please?
Please.
Why is there the NES one, the SNES one, the N64 one, the Game Boy one, the Game Boy Advance one, the Genesis one? Why are they all separate apps?
That is a good question.
Why don't we simply go into one app, or two apps if they wanted to keep the expansion pack apps separate?
Maybe it's just because they're really slow.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't want to make it even more slow.
It'd be nice though to like, yeah. I mean, the base NSO app on the Switch is slow. It's all slow.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're just like, oh, look, I don't want to make it even more slow than what it already is. Just make them separate.
Yeah. Well, on the Switch too, though, at the very least, please do that. Like, have them all one thing. Like, go into the NSO app on the main screen, and then you can like select between the different apps that you want inside there, as opposed to having to literally go find. If I haven't played the N64 app in a while, in like 20 games worth, I don't know how much can stay on the main screen. I have to go into my All Apps folder, and I have to find the N64 one, and not the N64 Mature one, because I haven't even got that downloaded, therefore I can't find that. Have like, you know what I mean? The N64 Mature one, which has like 3 games on it or something.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, golly. Yeah, I could rant about that all day.
Yep.
I know the Wii U was slow, and horribly slow, and extra horribly slow. However, I liked its menu.
Yeah, its menu was nice.
Even if it was, like, the slowest thing imaginable.
Oh, goodness.
Like, to me, that's what they were trying to avoid on the Switch, like, was having it slow again. Like, the Switch is easily the snappiest. Like, I've got a Series X with an SSD in it, and it's slow sometimes.
Slower.
Like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's definitely.
It's obviously that the Switch. The reason they did the way they did on the Switch was to keep performance as a high, which is fine. I understand that. Have a different coloured backgrounds.
At least.
They're not going to change the performance. You've already got 2 colours. Why can't?
Oh my.
Like, I understand you don't want it loading in, like, a nice big picture or something. However, like, why not specifically make your own theme? Like, Nintendo make the themes, pictured themes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or, if you want to upload your own picture as a background, which I can't imagine Nintendo will ever let anyone do, because who knows what people can do.
No, that's...
However, like, even if you want to do that, then you give up a little warning that says it might be a bit slower, because it has to load in this picture. It's like... more choice is better.
Yeah.
Oh golly. Because honestly, I hop onto my Switch now and look at the UI, and to me, it looks like one of the mock-up UIs I would have had to make in software development when I was in high school. Like, that's what it looks like, the blueprints for a UI, as opposed to being an actual UI.
You're right, it does actually.
It's funny to look at, and then like, the fact that you can't put folders on the main screen.
Look, there's so much wrong with the main screen.
I mean, the main screen uses left to right scrolling boxes. They're here again. They're here to stay.
That's
As opposed to the
primary
Wii
issue
or the
with
Wii U, which uses pages. Or I mean, I know you can put left to right scrolling boxes on the 3DS. However, you can set pages up on that as well, which is what I prefer to use.
yeah.
And then, why can't we ever do vertical pages or vertical scrolling lists? Wouldn't that be fun?
Well, see, they have the menu on the very end for that. Remember?
You know, PlayStation's the worst. They have a vertical scrolling boxes and horizontal scrolling boxes all in one.
Yeah. Always have done.
all in one go. I know you can go vertically on the Xbox as well. I meant like the cross-media bar is what I was joking about.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Anyway, that was a rant and a half. I wasn't expecting to go on to that.
That was a rant.
I do have actually got more things to talk about.
Yeah.
The dark times have come. I mean, they've been coming for a while. We've been talking about it. The dark times have really hit now, though. And there's a game from Xbox that has been announced to go to PlayStation, and it is one of the core 3. Can you guess which one it is?
Core 3? There's 3?
Like the core 3 franchises on Xbox.
You know, I can never think of as Halo.
Oh, you got Halo, Forza, and Gears.
Oh, Forza probably.
It's Forza.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forza Horizon 5 is going to PlayStation with DLC included.
Wow.
That feels very wrong.
Yep.
Forza has always been Xbox. I want to see... What I'm curious to see, though, is how much is Forza going to impact Gran Turismo?
Oh. That is a good question.
Because, like, I don't personally know. I don't follow Gran Turismo. I follow Forza a little bit. Not that much. I'm more of a dirt person. That sounds really strange. I'm a dirt person.
You go eat dirt in the grass, you know.
Yeah, I prefer the Dirt franchise over Forza and Gran Turismo. However, I prefer Forza over Gran Turismo because I like the open world elements of the Horizon games.
Because, like, I'm sure with that, like, there'll be something...
Yeah.
One of them will, like, die off eventually. You know,
Yeah.
maybe not right now, but...
Because, like, as I was saying, I haven't followed it as much. I haven't heard much about Gran Turismo in a while, though. I know new games have been coming out.
Oh, no, neither have
However,
I.
like, when you think of, like, the big console racing games, I think of Mario and Forza. Like, Mario Kart and Forza. Because every time I always hear,
you're
Forza
right.
Horizon 5 is, like, the best thing ever, is what I always hear. Which
Yeah.
might be true. I'm actually yet to play it. I will one day. Because it's, like, proper open world cars and stuff like that. And I think that's going to be the interesting thing. Because Gran Turismo is more the realistic simulating racer type thing. Like,
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport. It'll be interesting if Forza Motorsport goes over to see what will happen. I don't think Horizon will change Turismo that much because Horizon is not realistic.
No. Not
I
at
mean,
all.
it has realism in it to how the cars drive and stuff like that.
Yeah,
How,
but
like,
it's not particularly, like...
it's like driving off cliffs with Lego cars is not not necessarily the most realistic thing. I mean, you could always try to do that. I don't know how well you're going to go. And yeah, the Warthog. I think that's in 4. I don't think that's in 5.
Oh,
However,
close enough.
yeah, either way. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes on there. The dark times are ahead, though. Forza's going over, which means Gears and Halo are next. Like, we've heard the rumors about MCC and Gears. However, there's been no official confirmation. I'd say they're basically confirmed. However, this is the first of the core 3 that have been officially confirmed.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring the other ones.
Yeah. No, neither. No, not at all. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about, chickens.
Chickens.
Chickens!
Chickens.
That's what we predicted last week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We were right.
Yay!
They had I don't know if you saw, they had the Minecraft Monthly at the end of last month.
I did not see that.
Oh yeah. They didn't show chickens off in there. However, they did fully announce cows and everything like that. Like the day that our podcast came out. Typical. And they showed off the firefly bush. Fireflies are actually in the game now.
Oh, okay.
Finally. Was it like 4 years ago that they got scrapped or something? It's a bit different how they were going to actually be. And they were going to be actual mobs in the original game. Like 2 pixel mobs, like a black and yellow one. However, now they are a single pixel, 1 yellow flashing pixel. And they're tied to firefly bushes.
Okay.
And they're more ambience than anything else. You can't do anything with them. Like, they simply float in the air around where you got the bush. That's about it.
Mm.
They look nice.
Okay,
They actually do.
well-
They actually do look really nice. Like,
Yeah.
I like
haven't
it's
seen
funny
them, so-
that they're like, we're cancelling this 2 pixel mob for you to get a 1 pixel mob. That's not even a mob.
It's not. That's just the spec.
It's literally, yeah, it's like a little yellow flashing square floating around. And they come out of the
Probably
bushes
wouldn't
and
even
stuff.
realize it's there half the time.
Oh, I can't even remember where they said they spawn or anything like that. I think it's to do with it's not really in the swamps or the mangroves. I don't think it might be. Actually, I think it's in the swamps, not the mangroves.
Okay.
I think off memory. I don't know.
Shouldn't they just be in like technically in most biomes?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. I watched it on Friday or something like that. Actually, I watched it on Sunday as well. I don't know. I wasn't listening too much on Sunday though because I was showing a friend what was in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, they showed off that, which is neat. I actually like them. They look neat. I want to see what they look like in ray tracing. That's going to be the big thing. And how quickly they're going to crash people's games in ray tracing because that's a lot of little lights.
That is a lot of it. Could you imagine the amount of bushes? You just surround yourself with bushes and it'll just crash the entire game.
Yeah. And then the most important thing to Mojang, I'm sure, is frogs can't eat them.
Yeah.
Because that could make a frog sick. However, frogs can eat magma cubes because why not? I will never understand that decision. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they showed off all.
Chickens.
They showed off the cow variants, the 2 of them. There was no white one with black spots, like I was hoping. They're both woolly,
Aw.
sort of. It's the cold and hot variant.
These
How like,
ones?
yeah, they're both sort of woolly, in a way.
Kind of woolly.
Oh, you know how like in like hot places you have like buffalo that are all woolly and super coated and stuff like that in hot places.
Yeah, that's.
One of them is like that, and then the other one's like how you'd find woolly things in a cold biome. Like,
That's what I was saying last time. I wanted one to be like a woolly mammoth, but like a
yeah.
white.
I was
version,
kind of
yeah.
upset because they do look different. However, they look too similar in my opinion to each other.
Yeah.
Like the pigs look very different from each other. How like these cows, they're both like a shade of brown, like a different shade of brown, and are woolly and have different horns.
Oh my.
I'm like, okay, I guess I don't know. However, right before we started the podcast, while you were off getting a drink, I saw a video pop up, and I think the shorts and stuff came out for a little while of someone carrying seeds away from the screen.
Oh my goodness.
And chicken noises happening. And then there was other references
called it.
that Mojang put up where they showed a hot and a cold biome and then a normal biome with a chicken coop on it.
We absolutely called it.
And I'm like, the chickens!
This is amazing. That means the next in line has got to be sheep too.
Yeah, it's got to be the sheep.
It has
When
to
you think
be
about
sheep.
it, that one, if the sheep is done, it's the original 4 mobs out of the way.
Yeah.
Like,
Then we might move on to the squids.
the middle ones. I think creeper variants would be neat.
I'm not sure what they would make different though. Just
Have
the
it
colours?
like do like different types of explosions. Maybe one like explodes into
They already have
gas
supercharged
that sits there
creepers.
for a while. I don't know. That's true. They do have
Supercharged
supercharged creepers. I guess, yeah. And then, like, I don't know, Endermen don't have different variants.
True.
The Ender Dragon doesn't have a different variant.
I'm not sure why they would though.
Well, the
Could you
Red Dragon
imagine
was
if
meant to
they,
be a thing originally.
If they updated the Endermen so they made it look like they have like more purple in them.
Slightly more purple.
Like they made it so there was like a. How do I explain?
Yeah. I think I got.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
They've got like
I
a
think it'd be
purplish
funny
pattern in them.
if you look at the Ender Dragon and then look at it compared to all the original mobs. I'd say the Ender Dragon's design actually really holds up
It does.
compared to a lot of the original mobs.
But then if they change the Ender Dragon, they'd have to change the Ender Dragon head
Yes.
too, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Which would be a nuisance.
Well, a different way to do it is because like you can spawn the Ender Dragon back in by making end crystals and putting them back on the towers.
That's true.
Have it that every time you spawn it in, it's a different variant.
It just looks like a different. Yeah, okay.
With
Could work.
the first one is the normal one. Have like once you have. I
But
think
you
you can
get
do
the
it up to
heads
like
from
10 times or 20 times or something like that. I can't remember.
You get the heads from the ships though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, then you can have a different head on each ship or something like that. Like a random one could pop up on the
that's
different
true.
ships.
Just means we'd have to walk further again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. As I say, sheep though, as we're talking about, my only thing with sheep is I don't know what they do. Because
That's
technically, sheep have
true. A lot of different
a
variants.
lot of variants. Because all you have to do is dye them a different color.
I mean, I guess I could just update the features of them, make them look less
Yeah.
flat.
But it's gonna be like, it's gonna be to update, like their faces will probably be different.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I actually don't know what you'd do about the sheep. Unless, like I said last week, like maybe you have a polka dot sheep or a striped sheep. You have striped and polka dot wool. I'm like, I doubt they're gonna do that. They didn't even make the milk out of the cows any different.
Yeah.
Which would have been neat. Do we reckon one of the chicken types is gonna be a rooster?
I hope so, but with the way they seem to be doing it, they probably won't.
Yeah. Or
I'd
they'll
like
simply have the
one.
chickens make even less sense by having a rooster skin on top of the normal chicken.
Yeah.
Chickens
Yeah.
don't already make sense enough as it is.
True that.
Yeah. Oh god. Maybe the variants will be a chicken and a duck. And then why I
Now
can't fly, I have
everyone
no
will be
clue.
confused.
Yeah. Otherwise, though, yeah, chickens. I don't think it'll be next
Chicken.
week that we see sheeps. Therefore, we'll take our guess for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because next week will be when they properly show off the chickens properly. Maybe. Unless it's the end of this week again. It might be the same day that the podcast goes up again.
Might be.
That was frustrating. They've kind of changed how beacons work as well.
Oh.
Not
Okay.
kind of. In Java, they've made it that the beacons will stay on your screen as long as you render distance,
Yeah. That's...
which is nice. I wish they'd do that in Bedrock. In Bedrock, they changed it due to vertical distance or something like that, and haven't actually fixed the normal distance, which means walking like 20 blocks away from the beacon means you can't see it,
No.
which kind of goes against the whole point of a beacon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's something that's always bugged me, actually.
Beacons have always been kind of weird like that, though.
It's like, yeah. Anyway, other than that though, anything else?
I don't think so.
That's
I think
alright.
that's it.
Our polls then. Well, our poll for this week had 2, right?
They wanted the chickens.
They did with the chickens.
We
Everyone wants the
summoned
chickens.
the chickens.
It's all chickens.
We summoned them.
Chickens. And then the poll for this week will probably have something to do with NSO because
Probably.
my voice is now sore. Anyway,
And it's all because of NSO.
oh gosh. Anyway, we've got to go record Flock. Therefore, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of the podcast. Thank you for listening. We shall be back in the next. My gosh, cheers.
Goodbye.